Howdy-do, Fishers! My name is Angie, and welcome to Chapter 2 of Soul of Sovereignty. So we played the first chapter about, 3 months ago? I didn't really check, but I think it was about 3 months ago. And it was really good. We really enjoyed it. It was really fun to play. Very good story, very good music, very, very good art. Wow, the art is so good. Seriously, the art in this game is so good, it makes me want to draw. Every time I look at the art in this, I'm just like, man, I want to make something good. So, this is part of book club. During book club, this is usually a time where I chat with everyone, and while I'm reading. Typically, chatters try to stop me from reading, but last time Soul of Sovereignty was just really entertaining and really good that no one really attempted it. So, I'm kind of expecting the same thing in this run. Soul Sov 2, the re-softening, yep. I really like voice acting, so I will be making a bunch of stupid voices throughout this entire thing. I'll try to match it to the characters, but results may vary. Alright, it's been long enough that I may need a little bit of a refresher as to what is going on, but I'm pretty sure I remember most stuff. I'm pretty sure. The thing I'm worried about the most is pronouncing names. I am not the best with pronouncing names. Alright, was it Ismay? And, I don't remember the guy's name. Homesick from work, so no escape from my judgments. Better pronounce those names good and right. Oh god. Oh god, I'm not sure if you're in the right place, Space. I'll try my best for you. Alright, with that being said, shall we go ahead and get started with Chapter 2? I've literally looked up nothing for this game, so I don't know what's in store for us. So I will put like a little warning out there for like content and stuff. I don't know what's going to show up, but there is like content warning on the page for this game, but I've heard it's not too bad. So let's go ahead and start. All right, start from Chapter 2. Let's go. Do you remember? The vents were open that day, letting the wind pass through. Real wind, not the stuff they normally churned out to keep people from going crazy. And this was the wind that lived and breathed, that I could swear blew my hair into my face on purpose. The sound of it took me to places I could never imagine seeing with my own eyes. I didn't totally understand why, but I kept coming back to the roof on ventilation days. But that particular day, a teacher saw me, and I learned we weren't actually supposed to be going up on the roof. Too dangerous. I got detention, which I didn't take too well. I was a good student. I could handle teasing rumors, even being alone, as long as I didn't disappoint anyone. This was different. 30 minutes in a room I'd never seen the inside of before. I put my bravest face and opened the door. It was meant to be a quiet place to reflect. A prayer was encouraged, never required. But how could I do anything else? Whoa. The second I entered the room, my eyes were glued to his image, larger than life on the wall. His gaze, too sacred for our sight, pierced the veiling hands and fell squarely on me. He knew how afraid and upset I felt, how harsh I thought my punishment was, and he sympathized with me. But was it so simple? Was going up to that roof the only wrong I'd done? I stood before him, dumbfounded and defenseless. The layers of my heart fell away one by one. I could hear a jumble of my own thoughts echoing in my head. What had I been so obsessed with? The wind that lived and breathed. What did that even mean? Places I could never imagine seeing. The outside, the rotting world we'd been saved from. I lived in safety and comfort, in the loving embrace of the Almighty, and I daydreamed about going out into the dead wilderness. What was wrong with me? My lip trembled, my fist clenched, disgust welled up in me, but the thought of crying was worse. If anyone deserved to cry, shouldn't it be the one whose love I'd thrown away? Took me a bit to say that. Falls into chat. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in, everyone. What is this game about? I think that, Space can probably describe it a lot more than me. A lot better than me, I should say. I redrew my profile pic. Nice! Looks good. Alright. I'm gonna keep reading for a bit. And yet, he smiled at me. Softly, patiently waiting for me to go to him. Please, please forgive me. I'm sorry. You knew what's in my heart. I try my best, but I'm weak, and tears blurred my vision. I blinked them away, and with clear eyes met a smile that hadn't changed. He still waited. A sick feeling spread through my stomach and I knelt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was imagining things. I was letting my voice in, but that isn't what I want. I want to live in your vision. I want to be remade, so please. He continued to wait. What was it? What hadn't I done? My breath grew short and frantic. The world around me started to spin. Finally, the thought struck me to look elsewhere for the source of his disappointment. It was a picture. And for the first time, I saw you there. You leaned with your back against the wall, looking at nothing, ignoring him. How can you just stand there? The words spilled out. I barely even heard myself shouting. You just lifted your eyebrows at me. You know you don't have to do all that, right? What? We're in here for 28 more minutes, then we can go. Praying isn't gonna pass the time any faster. It had only been 2 minutes. I'm not trying to pass the time. I want to make things right with him. What did you do? That's for him to judge. Wasn't gonna judge, just curious. Hey, well, wanna know why I'm here? They caught me on the scaffolding again. I mean, they'll throw the book at me for any reason, but that's what it was today. The scaffolding? Like, on the... outside. Yeah. That's... what? Why? Isn't that dangerous? Have you ever felt the wind out there? It's nothing like inside. Once you really feel it, you never get over it. At least, I haven't. I can't breathe sometimes when I think about living here forever. That's why, as soon as I get the chance, I'm out. I stared in silence. Man, I knew it. You are cool. Sorry, me? You haven't rolled your eyes. If you think I'm crazy, at least you're being nice. I'm kind of here for the same reason as you. What? Whoa, for real? The wind is different. It really is. I just like to breathe it in sometimes. I swear I can even... In the corner of my eye, I saw the builder's smile turn cold. Never mind. What? No, don't look at him. Forget his stupid face. I flinched. He's not. Don't say that. Okay, sorry. You can look at him if you want. Or you could look at me. You walked around opposite the image so that I'd face away to follow. I was nauseous. My heartbeat pounded in my ears. But I did follow you. And you smiled, big and bright and fearless under the builder's gaze. I didn't realize it then, but that smile healed me more than his ever had. Oh. When did I start hating you for it? Oh. That turned. I wasn't expecting that. Oh man, what has chat been saying? Architect Jesus, not to be confused with Carpenter Jesus. That's right, that's right. Oh my gosh. My theory is that because you have no hands, you're made. What is happening? What's the theory? No hands, why they look weird on the thumbnail? Oh, do my hands look too weird on the thumbnail? Listen, guys, hands are hard. Hands are hard to draw. That's my excuse. Chapter 2. The Beast. There are no stories about the builder's rise to power. His faithful hands would tell you he was always a god, that he created the world and everything in it. Oh! Ismay's profile got updated, I think. A well-meaning, holy idiot, with no clue what mortal life was like. No wonder the mosaic was the best he could do. Maybe if I looked at it that way, I'd be playing the part of a hero. That's telling you who's narrating right now? Oh, that helps, that helps. I need to change my voice then. I've been voicing the other character. I don't remember what I did for Ismay's voice. I am saying that right, correct, Ismay? Alright. Maybe if I had looked at it that way, I'd be playing the part of a hero. Too bad I know better. The sovereignty, the power to reshape the world. A legend that eluded even the mosaic's so-called greatest treasure hunter, and it was mine. Everything I could dream of was mine. Until it wasn't. Angie, I want you to do your best Goofy the dog impression? My best Goofy impression? I need a minute for that one. It's been a while since I've actually heard Goofy's voice. I need a minute for that one. Give me a little while for that. Also, why is opposite Angie literally just Judgment Bird? Who's opposite Angie in this case? The Garsh or whatever. I don't remember Goofy's voice if I'm being honest. Oh, opposite Angie. I see you. Sorry, that took me a minute. It was a bit from a different stream. Yep, it was a bit from a different stream. It's been a while since I've seen that, actually. That was my sin, Angie's sin, huh? Coming back to bite me in the butt. Why are you Judgment Bird? It's not Judgment Bird, it's our union, who happens to be Judgment Bird. Okay, long story. It's the union. All right, we're playing a different game right now. Lobotomy Corp tomorrow. Lobotomy Corp tomorrow. Don't worry. Different streamer. I see. Makes sense. You're seeing other streamers? Wow. Okay. We'll move on. Is that Cars from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a JoJo, but there might be JoJo references, but not so far. Okay. You have not realized the fullness of your vision, nor manifested it by your works. Until you overcome the remaining trials, you must continue to walk the earth as a human. Now a second trial awaits, and the remains of Urkest. I hope I am saying these right. Forest, the ruined capital. Loic knew the name. According to him, we'd arrived on the foot in 2 days. A little persuasion made it 1 day with no breaks. Please tell me I'm saying that name right. Is it Loic? I'm gonna hope I'm saying it right. Chat, tell me if it's wrong. Yes? Okay, cool. Now the sun sets beside us on a worn-down mountain path. Below us, a valley of thick fog like endless morning. Tired already? He's been lagging behind long enough by now that I have to raise my voice. I catch a flash of exhaustion on his face before he sweeps it under his usual smile. A bit. Whatever godly stamina the sovereignty has blessed you with seems to have skipped over me. But we're making good time. Perhaps we can spare an hour or so to rest. I asked for a yes or no, not an itinerary. Now keep walking before I make you crawl. As you wish. And then a little bow, and that's it. You know what? I've decided I am tired of walking. Carry me. That makes him pause, like he's unsure he's heard me right, but we both know there's no mishearing. Soon enough, he stoops slowly down to offer his back. All right, off we go. You know you're not fooling anybody with that fake cheer, right? He laughs, barely. You yourself warned me not to expect sympathy, Ismay. If you'd prefer, I begged for it now. You need only say the word. Now, I'd like to say the amount of heavy lifting I did at the shop would surprise you. On a better day, I might manage like this a while longer. Sadly, between the lack of sleep and all of yesterday's excitement, I think we've discovered my physical limit. So, with apologies. Huh? Hey! Shit! Did he drop her? Fog. Everywhere. I can barely make out the mosaic shadow in the distance, past the slope we tumbled down from. But here's my witness, collapsed a few paces away. He didn't fall that hard, did he? He fell down a cliff with her. Oh, God. Is Loic okay? Hey. No. If you die, I die. And I'm not going out like this. Get up. That's an order. Your concern touches the heart. And you may rest assured your immortality's in no danger if I can just have a minute to catch my breath. Fine. Shame on me for expecting my sworn servant to get a little exercise for his god. I like her look. I hadn't actually seen it yet. I'm liking the orange leotard look and everything, and the jewels and everything. I like it. She's upgraded. She hasn't upgraded fully, but she's upgraded. I like it. So we basically Angie'd. What's that supposed to mean? Hey! I'm not that clumsy. I mean, I'm not used to the legs yet, but I'm not that clumsy. What happens when I order you to do something you really don't want to do? Such as? Oh, I don't know, kill somebody? You'll want a more capable man for the job, I think. I like her face paint. Yeah, so do I. But I've already told you I'm not convinced by that kind of talk. Even without hearing the full truth, I believe you're searching for kindness, and you're just as worthy of it as anyone. Please. Well, however I'm choosing to look at it, the decision's been made. going back now, even if I might do some things differently, given a second chance. But while we're on the subject, there's something I've been meaning to ask since we've entered into this relationship together. Shoot. What is your vision for the sovereignty? What kind of world will you create with it? A world for me. What else? Yes, I imagine any sovereign hopeful would say the same. My question is more what that looks like exactly. Oh, reclining on a throne, naked servants feeding me little fruits, that kind of thing. I like her vision. All right, you had me at naked servants feeding you things. I'm interested in this sovereignty. All right, where do I sign up? It's looking pretty great so far. Casually returns to normal. Turn back, I see. I'm only encouraging you to give it some thought. After all, the voices seem to think your vision had a ways to go yet. Solid plan? Exactly! If nothing else, have you considered the lives of ordinary people under your rule? Other than the naked servants, I mean. Yeah, you gotta think about everyone else, too. Not just the naked servants part. I mean, like, when you're gonna be sovereign, there's bound to be some people you don't really want to see naked or anything, you know? You gotta think about everyone else in this. You can have a thong if you're feeling modest. Never mind, she's cool with everyone. Alright, equality. A benevolent god indeed. But let's cut the shit. What kind of world are you hoping I'm hoping for? Come again? I can't believe that you saved me because you felt bad or whatever. That's fine. What I don't buy is that a smart guy like you wouldn't be looking for a way to make it worth his while. You say I'm worthy of kindness? In other words, if you're nice enough to me, you'll be able to call in a favor once I'm in charge. So let's hear it. I'll take a wild guess. Your kid, right? For better or worse, I've signed my life. Am I wrong to hope it was for the better? So, you admit it. You misunderstand. I mean to save my daughter with or without your help. I was already prepared to manage without. But if the sovereignty does fall in your hands, there's one favor I think you'll be inclined to grant me. Oh, now this I've got to hear. Ismay, when I watched you rise from the temple as a god in all your glory, I was truly deeply afraid. But as you assured your challenge to the shield, to the mosaic itself, a part of me rejoiced. The tower is the only home I've ever known. Within its walls lie the dearest treasures of my heart. And yet, well, to make a long explanation short, I have a good feeling that you and I share more common ground than you think, my fellow heretic. I like the eye shot. That's a good shot. I'm sorry, do you hear that? Hello, hello, hello. Soggy hornfish. Happy with the nicknames. Howdy do, Fisheroo. Welcome in. What? Now I do. The slow approach of a propeller. Ugh. I don't need the headlights blaring through the mist to confirm my first thought. I know a shield SB when I hear one. Help is on the way! Please remain calm! Great. The pilot makes a sloppy landing and rushes out to greet us. Oh, she's cute! you two all right? I heard a scream and... Oh my goodness! You're her! She falls to her knees on the spot. Please have mercy! I'll do whatever you want! Oh, how cute. And what do you think you can offer a god? Get up. Maybe there's something you can do for my mortal deadweight. Sure enough, the SV's packed with supplies, a blanket, a radiator, first aid stuff, most importantly for my witness, a few pitiful rations. Thank you, truly. Don't mention it. And you? What do, gods eat? I have never, hosted one before. If you don't mind my asking, we've met, haven't we? Very briefly, on the lamplight. Yeah. How do you say that? Felice? Felice Farret? Fel for short? I can go with Fel. I can go with Fel. I don't know how to pronounce these names, oh dear God. Fel works. Fel works. She's cute. I want to pronounce her name right. I'm just gonna have to go with Fel. Loagard, pleased to meet you. To meet you properly, Miss Farret. Likewise. But really, this is our third time crossing paths. You'll have to forgive me. I only know the one other. You wouldn't remember the first time since, well, you were unconscious outside the Holy Temple. I brought you back to Tarn. Really? Then I've fallen further into your debt. IDK if it's pronounced, Felice, but she does just go by Fel. Fel it is! Fel it is! Not at all. I'm just happy to help. She sits there, staring into her lap for a while. Since we've run into each other like this, can I ask what happened at the temple? But I can't imagine you missed it. A towering deity struck down your superior ship in plain view? Well, yes, but... I mean, before that, when the temple lit up, was anyone else there? Maybe a woman about my age, with short hair, and she would have had a cape tied around her shoulders too? Did it work? I think something worked. Your picture's changed. Oh. The two of you were there, so I figure you might know. Quick question. Where are we? What? The middle of nowhere? On a path to some ruins no one cared about in 50 years? Does that about sum it up? More or less. I don't... Great, because I'm having a hard time believing a rookie OS patrol just happened to run into us here. The shifty eyes. You know the Hold Shield is looking for me. I liked your little rescue act, but you didn't mistake us for random travelers. You've been following us. So what's the plan? Let's say I know the girl you're asking about. If you were hoping a first aid kit and a cereal bar would get me to tell you anything, you're not going to cut it as a cop, hun. You're right. That's why I quit. I stole the SV, all of my equipment, and just ran. After... Is it... Okay. Chat told me last time that I got this name completely wrong, but I was so into reading that I didn't look up to see that everyone was telling me that I got the name wrong. How do you say it? Langley? It's Langley. Okay. It's French, so the S is silent. Alright, Langley. Got it. I will go with Langley then. I'm trusting you, Space.
After Langley destroyed the temple, when he knew that someone could still be inside, Please, I just want an answer. I want to know what happened to my friend. I need to know Nino's still okay.
Nino? No, it couldn't.
So you really do know her. She's someone who means a lot to me. And it's my fault If there's a chance she's alive, that's all I want to know, please.
If she's still inside...
No. Don't tell her a thing. He flashes me a wounded look, then closes his eyes.
I'm very sorry, Miss Verrett. Believe me when I say I hope for Nino's safety with all of my heart.
What? Then that's it. Mr. Ard, with how she talked about you, I thought she said you saved her life. But now you won't help me find her? All it takes is for this false god to say no? Oh, now I'm false? Sooner than you think, I'll be the only god, Mr. Ard. Mr. Ard here is just ahead of the curve. And he's a loyal follower. Too bad for you. You... She draws a weapon. That's more like it, rookie. Too bad it's still not getting you any answers. You can't kill me. She stares me down for a few seconds, obviously having second thoughts. Then her aim jumps to my side. I realize Loic still raised his palms to offer peace. Stupid. Then what about him? The look on my face spurs her on. You care if he dies, don't you?
Mrs. Verrett, please, calm down.
I'm not asking for a lot, right?
You don't need to do this.
It's not like I want to, but you're not giving me a choice. Why won't you just tell me? What else am I supposed to do?
Sleep.
What?
Panicked, she raises her aim. But she must have felt the air softening as he speaks. I can tell even before the dim light pinned at his waist, swaying with his steps. He lays a hand on hers and says again, his voice calm and clear. You've done enough, Vel. Sleep. Looking lost, she breathes half a question before her knees give out. See, if I were her, I would have just shot you. If only. What flower was that? Hey, Feather, but give me a moment, please. He's knelt down beside her, rifling through the pages of his notebook. What, you're not done? That was too sudden. She'll suffer if I leave her like this, likely even more when she wakes. Who cares? I do. Please, just one moment. Now that I look at this girl, she really is struggling, clenching her brow, still breathing a mile a minute. The flower Loic picks out is another mystery to me, something white. As it comes alive, bathing her in light, he brushes her hair away from her eyes, then lightly cradles her head in his hands. He talks to her in that warm, soft tone. I can't make out the words. Her ragged breathing slows and the creases in her brows start to fade. Finally, something close to a smile shows on her face. All right, there we are. Did you have to do it like that? Like what? Nothing. You're not going to pass out again, are you? You sound like shit. He winces with laughter. Unkind, but true. I can't advise you to depend on me for any more magic until I've properly rested. Lucky us to have stumbled into such a lovely campsite.
Wait, here? With the cop?
Formerly. And fast asleep, as you can see.
Until she wakes up.
Not for some hours at least. And I assure you, you'll be awake to keep an eye on her either way.
I wouldn't have gone to all the trouble of tracking him down if I didn't need him. And I'd already be in Urnkus by now if I didn't need him alive. But still, what the hell? Whatever.
Thank you, Ismay. Good night. And in this story, nothing goes Ismay's way. All right, tea break for a second.
Everyone, hydrate yourselves.
The most pathetic doormat and the worst woman in the world. What a team. Yeah!
All right, let's continue on, shall we?
She doesn't deserve nice things. I love her, Your Honor. I love her. That's my defense for her. She's cool. I love her. She has an awesome boss music, okay? Wretched woman, affectionate. Exactly! You get me.
Here, take him. Huh?
Oh my god.
Huh? Go on. Thank you. Yeah. So you don't feel anything, right? No, man, I knew it was a dud, but I had to try it.
Tea, I'll have whiskey. Nah, I'm a tea girl. I'm a tea girl all the way. Though if I'm not having tea, it seems to be either a grape drink or a cinnamon drink. But those are only on challenge videos.
Huh? No, wait, seriously? Huh? You know what? Research assignment. The one due next month? You're thinking about that already. Yeah, I picked my topic that day we got it, and you're looking at them. You mean the flowers are for your project? Oh. Not just the flowers. I'm investigating flower language, one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world. Flower language? Like unrequited love and stuff? And that's what everybody says! Here, just read the stupid pamphlet they gave me at the place. In pre-Mosaic petals, flowers with particular meanings conveyed messages of love, longing from the sender to recipient. Thinking of you, I pray for your happiness. My heart aches. All could be expressed with the right arrangements of blooms. In accent, people would come to ascribe far more varied meanings to their flowers. While some might strike us as bizarre today, did you know the pink hydrangea means underwear? I did not! I did not in fact know the pink hydrangea meant underwear. We learn something every day. Gotta make myself tea. It's just the middle of the night and it will not wake anyone, trust. Hey. No waking people in the tea making, okay? Also, get to sleep. Take care of yourself. When taken as a whole, Aksendi flower language is beautifully nuanced, and endlessly fascinating. And then there's a glossary. Yellow roses for friendship. Palaceus for regal beauty. Oh, there's the hydrangea underwear thing.
It's so dumb, right?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm not the one researching this stuff.
Well, first of all, Axon invented flower language, and they weren't just using it to send love letters.
What were they using it for?
Everything! Marcel Mullen,
Here we go. Marcel Mullen wrote about it. He said it was the most powerful magic known to man. With the right flowers, sages, they called them sages, could do anything. Healing the sick, taming the seas, moving mountains. That sounds scary. It sounds cool. Anyway, it was a total mystery. The temple expedition couldn't get off the ground for years because nobody knew how it worked. And then Marcel Mullen actually met a real living sage, someone who could unlock the secret of the ruins. And they still didn't find anything? Yeah, but that's just it. The sage disappeared. Mullen's last report said the excavation team came back short one person. What? You mean like they died? And that's what I thought. But here, look at this. She handed me a magazine, open to the cover story. A familiar actress smiled at me, arm in arm with her co-star. Fifi Licour? Oh, I didn't know she got married. Cute. Wait, the sage is Fifi Licour? No! Read the article! I skimmed over the descriptions of her luxurious ceremony. Famous designers, elite chefs, way more celebrities than I cared about, all piled into this fancy new resort on the top of new construction. Then, weirdly, a whole section about the flowers. When he proposed, he didn't even say a word. I swear this is true. He gave me flowers on my birthday, and I figured it was a sweet thought. But when I looked at them, I just knew. It felt like everything he wanted to say flooded right into me, down to the letter. I was stunned. He'd planned to give me a little speech, and then surprise me with the ring, but I was sobbing. Yes, before I even got the chance. Fifi's unconventional proposal left such an impression that she insisted on hiring the same florist for the ceremony itself. But when we asked for a name, she played coy, wanting to protect her hidden gem from the spotlight. Oh, okay. I think this is the magic. I know it is! It's not exactly as mind-blowing as you made it sound. I was expecting her to say the flowers exploded. Oh, come on! You gotta admit, there's something there! Fine, I guess. Anyway, I've been trying to track down this florist. Too bad Fifi didn't give you anything to go on. Right? And now there's like a million more shops jumping on the trend. I've been to a dozen already. But I'm not giving up. Not till I see it myself. Look, people, with your own eyes. However tall the mosaic may climb, it remains only a tiny corner of the world as it used to be. And that world is all around us, still right now, more than a memory, more than some trove of riches ripe for the plunder, the living, breathing world. But don't just take my word for it. Look. The request seemed easy enough. And despite the look on my daughter's face after the client had left, it wasn't too far out of the ordinary. I had considered a number of approaches. Striped carnations, your feelings overwhelm me. Sunflowers, daffodils, I take joy in my solitude. Pomegranate, if only I could. The more options I weighed, the less I could deny what I was doing. Flimsy euphemisms, every one. I was skirting around the obvious answer, the most direct expression of the client's feelings. How dare you? I sat alone in the workroom, watched by a crowd of scornful faces. The arrangement itself was trivial. I could have let one of the new hires handle it, had I not feared wasting their effort. But I'd made my bed. Nothing else to do but try again. Again, I traced the flowers from my heart. I reflected on the client's seething words, and the meaning appeared to me.
and when I made to lay my hand on it, I brushed a different memory as one unwittingly touches a live wire. Concentration shattered. I watched another bouquet wither into uselessness. Just then, a call from outside swiftly cleared the storm from my mind.
Dad!
Come in, honey. Is there something wrong?
There's a weird customer asking too many questions.
Don't say it like that.
I mean, she's asking about magic, the serious stuff.
In her voice rang a note of conspiratorial excitement she'd barely attempted to hide. Uh-huh. And is our visitor requesting the shield by any chance?
I don't think so, but she's really intense, and Sammy's so useless.
Be nice to Sammy, please.
He's too nervous. Everything he says it just makes her more suspicious.
I'm sure he's doing his best. Let's give him a break. I took a moment to check the flowers clipped to my apron, all in order before heading out to the floor. Samsung had been with us at least a year by then, my first full-time hire. His open warmth made him an excellent clerk, but really, I could leave just about anything to him but the magic. Leia, somewhat resistant. Hold on, am I saying that name right? Lelia? Lelia? Maybe? I hope I'm saying that right. Lelia, somewhat resistant to changes around the shop, would not fully warm to him for a few more years. She quietly retook her seat, obscured by a vase at the edge of the register counter, from which she could comfortably judge both Sam and this new threat. Lolia? I have no idea. The confirmation had stalled by the time I entered. Sam stood anxiously at the counter, looking anywhere but at the important young visitor. At least, he met me with a great relief. Lelia? Lelia, is that it? Alright. That looks like it's it. I'll say Lelia then. Basically, you're correct. Okay, alright, cool. I'm trying to get the names right this time. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying them right. Oh, Mr. Ard, phew. I think this young lady has some questions for you. So I hear. Thank you, Sam. Then I took notice of the visitor, a girl seemingly only a few years older than my daughter. A confident smile spread across her face at my approach. Well, good morning.
Hey there, are you the boss?
I am. Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, matter of fact, I think you might be just the guy I'm looking for.
Then I hope I don't disappoint you. Please go on.
See, I'm researching the magic of flower language. That's what you do here, right?
It certainly is. After all, expressing our hearts to one another is kind of magic.
Yeah, okay, but I'm talking about something way bigger than that. Real magic. I read that in ancient Accent, people used flowers to do things we couldn't dream of today. Legendary, world-shaking stuff. Miracles even.
Wow, and to think I've wasted all these years making centerpieces out of them.
Come on, I know you know what I'm talking about.
Worn down somewhat, I tried a warning. I'm afraid I have no clue what God-fearing Mosean would.
What's there to be afraid of? What's he gonna do? Who cares if he doesn't like the old world? It's not like he can stop us from talking about it.
A brief silence passed. She was young.
And hey, it's too late to play dumb anyway. I already know. This isn't a normal flower shop.
Is that so?
Well, yeah. The big guy over there freaked out as soon as I asked about it.
Sorry, boss. I think the apology clichés it, Sam. Or clinches it, Sam. Sorry. Wrong wording there. I think the apology clinches it, Sam. But that's alright. I mean...
See? I knew it! So, oh man, I have so many questions. Do you work with Marcel Mullen?
To be honest, those days were so long ago that I hardly remember them now. Puts a headband of bunny ears on Angie. I have bunny ears now? I could go with bunny ears. Bunny fish, I could go with that. That would be cute. Thank you for the gift.
Huh? I mean, it was kind of a big deal.
You'd be surprised what people forget. Sometimes, even what's foremost in our minds, like fresh footprints in the snow. The visitor scoffed. Leo watched me closely. You don't believe me, but haven't you ever gone somewhere and completely lost track of why?
Nope. Got a mind like a steel trap.
That's youth talking. Me, I'm always forgetting the most important things. Greg here can help back me up. I was hoping you would chime in, Sam. I don't know, boss! I don't know! I'm real vulnerable right now! I love this guy. I love this guy. This guy's great. Please tell me we get more Sam. Please tell me we get more Sam. Also, Space, give me an Easter alt. Chat demands it now. Give me an Easter alt. Kindly, the stranger laughed. Leah, too, and a bit more than she'd meant, for she shrank back into hiding when her voice drew a curious glance from the friend she'd yet to meet. All right, that does it for the comedy segment. Let's move on. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Oh yeah, wait. There was something I wanted to ask about.
Flowers, hopefully. I'm not sure I'm qualified to answer much else.
Yeah, I guess.
Wonderful.
Hello, welcome in.
True to our name, we at the Messenger favor arrangements with purpose. We prioritize every aesthetics, but of course, we can accommodate any preferences from you and your loved one. Do you happen to have a recipient in mind? Someone to whom you'd like to express a certain thought?
Well, there's this one girl who makes me laugh and listens to me talk about anything, even if it weirds her out, and she's really pretty too.
Aww.
And she's the best friend I've ever had, so she makes me want to do my best, I guess. You know. I should have written a letter, huh? That sucked.
Not at all. One moment. I might have sent her away empty-handed on a different day, but I appreciated the diversion, however brief. Sincere affection. A very welcome break from the order I'd left on my table. Apologies for the wait. Here you are, for the one who brings you joy.
Whoa! You did it so fast, and it looks so nice! Thanks. Wait, how much?
On the house.
Whoa, really? Thanks so much!
And so the stranger left with a dazzling smile, having fully abandoned the matter that brought her to us.
You should have charged her for that.
My God, the world's youngest accountant. How did I go wrong?
Whatever.
Thus rewarded with the look I adored, I'd have happily forgotten anything else. Yet I couldn't ignore the dark cloud over my assistant. Chin up, Sam. We're all right. Yeah, sorry for the trouble. Don't be. I should have prepared you. And after the article, I'm relieved it wasn't an inspector. Next time, don't hesitate to call for me. You got it! Briefly passing the shop's side windows, the young visitor exchanged another cheerful wave with me before slipping out of sight. At the time, I expected her interest to fade long before the charm on her memory would, as was often the case with the casually curious. Complacency on my part, I admit. I'd yet to learn that Nino's was no casual curiosity. Hey, time to wake up. You've slept enough, right? I couldn't honestly say. Has something happened? Yeah, the sun came up, and I'm tired of waiting. Get in. She gives the side of Fell's survey vehicle a loud slap as she heads around to the pilot seat. I realize I'm not going to talk you out of this. What? Stealing a stolen SB? Really? Stranding this woman in the wilderness, I meant. Not my problem. Get in. Having left myself no room for resistance, I obey. Felice stirs only barely, still unfolded in a joyful dream. I must take some solace in knowing I've offered her the only kindness I can. Aerial survey vehicles were a mere common sight in the old days. Of course, the stated purpose of the outer shield remains unchanged, to protect the mosaic from external threats, but back then, average patrolmen often rescued would-be explorers who wandered too far off the beaten path. As the number of wanderers dwindled, so too did the daring rescues. At her age, I doubt Officer Ferret would have seen enough excitement in the field to earn the rickety SV its scars. But at least one mark is hers, a lone photograph, taped over one of the flight displays. Isme coos sarcastically before flicking it out of her way. She takes us into the air with surprising ease, almost nonchalant. Clearly this is not her first time piloting a shield vehicle. So we have a god. Probable god. Piloting a attack helicopter. Fascinating. Fascinating. Let's go. Meanwhile, I rescue the photograph. That's a sentence to join back in on. Yeah, it is. It really was Nico. What? Oh, right. You knew this kid. Yes, I had the privilege of employing her for a few months. In a world, fearless, her best and worst quality, to be completely honest. But we were all happier for her presence. She wanted more than anything to become an explorer. When the world moved on, her fascination only burned brighter. The first time we met, she tracked me down, looking for answers on the so-called Hollow Temple. Meaning she was after the sovereignty. I would say her ambitions fell short of yours. You two might have one point in common, although her religious upbringing was a bit more ordinary. So what? Ran away from home? Ran into the sovereignty's halls and got herself skewered. Oh, Isme. We know what's on the other side of that gate, and her girlfriend wasn't there to bring her back to life. You do the math. We aren't exactly sure that Felice saw Nino either at the gate. Whatever helps you cope. Seeing no future in which this survey vehicle is reunited with its pilot, I find a place for her photo in the pages of my notebook. It's all I can do.
I'm trolling you passed out drunk. What do you mean? I've never been passed out drunk on this channel.
Seat of splendor carved in stone, shaded by bows of gold. So the poet wrote of Urkhest, Axon's ancient capital. The early Phaimic priest settled there for its abundant rains, which yielded many precious flowers. With the wind-soared lily, the great cleaving, they shaped the mountains into their dwelling. Hybridization refined the meaning over time, enabling greater feats of architecture, more elaborate sculpture. At its height, Urkhest became a marvel of engineering that inspired awe from across the continent. Now the seat lies barren, its splendor long eroded by the world-ending rain. After some valuables had been collected by treasure hunters, Urkhest quickly fell back into irrelevance. Ismay looks over the ragged remains, her face hardened into a scowl.
Is this it?
I wonder what you expected from my description of the place.
You know I wasn't listening to any of that.
Of course. This isn't Urkhest proper, but at least not as I've seen it. Treasure hunters approached it from the northeast nearest home. We've come around the south.
Can't imagine why they didn't bother with this side.
Marcel Mullen would have liked it.
Okay, hold on. Let me redo that.
Marcel Mullen would have liked to. He never found what he believed was Urkhest's greatest secret.
Is it the Sovereignty Deluxe? Or should I tune out now?
Unfortunately. Oh. The ground shudders, then lurches. From behind comes a scraping sound, a tremendous crash. And just as abruptly, all settles again into stillness. While we turn to look, the parked SV is nowhere to be seen, swallowed, I realize, by a massive rift. Clearly no act of nature. Exalted in witness, go forth. Eyes all aglow, Ismay peers over the edge into the depths. There lies Urkhest's legendary subterrane, the holy city beneath a city, prepared for us, as if on a platter. Briefly, I consider what would have given for such a view.
How's that for service? Come on.
Indeed, our guide has graciously provided a path down along the cliffside. Scalable with a good deal of care on my part, and very little on Ismay's.
Also could be a sinkhole? Yeah, I was thinking sinkhole when it first happened. I thought, sinkhole, oh, good thing you guys weren't on that, but then the voice of the sovereignty came out, so...
She hops down on instinct, apparently having taken to her new invincibility as a fish to water.
It's me!
At the deepest point, a great effigy carved upon the wall beckons us into a long, dark tunnel.
So, humor me. If we're the first people to find this place, there's going to be a treasure in here, right?
Surely, wealth pales before the promise of godhood, Exalted.
It does. But until I get my godhood, why shouldn't I have a little spending money? Maybe you too, if you behave.
You're very kind, but I get by. Not that you'd find much luck converting relics into spending money in this day and age. Wait, Ismay, stop! I point out what I've noticed. Set into the floor a few paces ahead, a brightly patterned tile. I can see the faint outline of flowers, layered beneath its glassy surface.
Not decoration, I'm guessing.
An anchor stone. As implied by the name, it's designed to anchor a very elaborate attachment. I'll spare you the details, but suffice to say, they aren't usually displayed like this except as a deterrent to intruders. What did opposite Angie say? Hold on, did I miss something? I love how Don't Starve Together tells you spread the infection and hands you a second copy for gifting purposes. Yeah, I forgot it does that. It's been a while since I've had that game. Don't worry, my stupid is in and I'm just saying random stuff. No, you're good. As we've mentioned before, book club streams are meant for you guys to take me away from actually reading. It just so happens when we're at, like, a really good story, most people don't want me to stop. You're saying it's going to curse me if I walk on it. It's not out of the question.
And what's the worst a curse is going to do to me? Kill me?
Is death the worst punishment you can imagine?
You're gonna have to try a little harder than that.
I'm not saying this to frighten you, Ismay, only to offer my experience. Give Angie a kazoo? You guys want me to have a kazoo? I'll be, like, extra annoying. Give Angie a hat of Oliver's? Oh, you want an Oliver? I can put an Oliver on. I can give you an Oliver. Let me find an Oliver. We've had so many pictures I've had to put on this stream that I can't even remember which one is an Oliver. Let's see if I can find one for you. There's an Oliver. There you go. I've added an Oliver. Just for you.
Now, let's continue, shall we?
For whatever reason, it's not pressing where I want it to. Hold on, let me try something real fast. There we go. It wasn't clicking in the game for some reason. So I had to, like, reroute a few things. There we go. I've treated my share of unlucky grave robbers as it happens. The ones afflicted for only a few hours insisted they endured weeks of screaming agony.
Sounds fun.
To each their own.
How do you cure them?
Primarily lavender, my old standby. It means peace, comfort, relief from anguish. Why do you ask?
Because you can just do that again. Let's go.
Ismay! Ignoring me, she walks across the tile, then waits a moment, then shrugs rather dramatically. All right.
Oh my god, you hate being wrong. You hate it so much. You're gonna cry?
On the contrary, I've never been happier to be wrong. Anything that saves us the trouble of...
Shit, what? Are you okay?
His little smile. Yeah, the way she edges back onto screen, that was great. I love this. I love how the creator of this game plays around with paneling and sprite work. Like, she does it so... Actually, I don't know their gender. They do it so well. It's incredible. That little ease back onto screen, so good. But also, Loic's face right now and Ismay looking, like, super panicked. And Loic just over there like, hey. It's perfect. That's perfect. I love that. I love that so much. Ismay needs to be humbled a little bit. You may be onto something, Ismay. Maybe I do hate being wrong.
You motherfucker! I love them. I love them so much. It's so good. Do 50 push-ups right now!
Even absolute obedience only retches about 7 out of me. Yet in truth, as I stepped onto the tile, I did feel something. Not pain, but a strange searching, as though I'd spotted a familiar face, but forgotten the name. Before I could process it, before I could even wonder at it, the sensation had fled.
Wow. This is a hell of a lot bigger than the last ruin.
And hardly a ruin at all, in fact. Ismay, you'll recall the professor whose writings sparked your search into the sovereignty? He theorized that this man was the last to wield it.
Oh yeah? And who was he?
Sam Sorye?
Sam Sorye? Sorry? Okay, guys. You're gonna have to forgive me on this one. I have no idea how to pronounce that. If you guys in chat want to help me out, go ahead. I'll take it, but I can't guarantee I will get that one right.
The final king of Accent. This place is a monument to his rule, or so I gather from the inscription.
Saray? 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 Saray. It's pronounced Sayori. Hey, that's Friday. That's Friday. Saray. Saray. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm hoping. Angie, this is giving Dark Souls boss room vibes. I could see that. Yeet Monica at them. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. So, you can read it?
Oh, not a word of the formal stuff. It maybe is a different language from the Accenti, I know. But the flowers carved into the frame paint a clear enough picture. We often see these 5 associated with royalty, each extolling the monarch's virtues. By this point, I expect Ismay to tire of my explanation and order me to move along. Instead, she stares up at Soray's image in total silence.
Bet this guy was a real piece of work.
I wonder what makes you say that.
Just a hunch. That's a flower he's got, right? What is it?
That is unmistakably a witch gaze. A mark of authority. I wonder too if it served as a symbol of his sovereignty.
Wait, there's a flower that can give me the sovereignty? Then why are we wasting time with all of this?
No. I'm only suggesting that it was a visual metaphor here, a clear sign to the people of the time.
Okay, what does it do?
Pardon?
I mean, if you did your magic thing with this flower, what would it do?
It's a faulty assumption that every flower is necessarily does anything, Ismay.
Answer my question.
To the best of my knowledge, then. I told you that early priests settled in Urkest because its climate yielded many vital flowers. The most prized of these was the wild pansy, whose meaning in its purest form is essentially unrequited love.
You're shitting me.
No. Earnest devotion refused by another. That meaning is the progenitor of the witch gaze. It was refined through cultivation over many years, revealing new complexities, deepening beyond description. The poet chose contempt, shame as a bridle of the defiant. At a time when factions warred for control of Accent, the witch gaze rose to prominence as a tool of conquest. Unification was won not by military might, but the power to grind hearts and minds underfoot.
Neat. Where do we get one?
Of course.
I'm supposed to be winning flowers. This sounds like a pretty convenient way to go about it. But I can see that you're just dying to tell me all the reasons I can't.
Setting aside the hopefully obvious objections for the moment, it would be impossible. The witch gaze is a variety of garden pansy with a very specific, very rare coloration. The royals of Axon bred them with purpose. Obviously, we today do not.
Great. So only this one color is any good?
Most pansies bear less potent meanings, far closer to the original love spurned. Although, if you visited my shop, you'd find even the lesser varieties absent, which brings me to the second flaw in your scheme, Ismay. I can't read pansies.
There's a joke there. There's a joke there that's coming to mind. But, nope, too low. We're not going for it. Don't leave us hanging on the Sayori bit. Hey! What's with that low-hanging joke in my chat? Those puns will be on Friday. We'll save all the Sayori jokes, the sayonara jokes for Friday, okay? What do you mean you can't?
It's the nature of the work to invoke emotion in many forms, some more complicated than others. I've attempted to incorporate common pansies into an arrangement before, but their meaning isn't compatible with me. Even at its weakest, it demands a certain mentality which I find disturbing.
You're too much of a puss.
As always, you have a way with words, but mine seem to have failed me here. Let me put it this way. Have you ever seen warmth in the builder's smile?
Excuse me?
Supposedly, it's there. As someone who falls more than a bit shy of his vision, I've never been able to verify that myself. To me, it's always appeared more like a derision, a kind of mocking hatred which drove my younger self to dark places. Of course, I don't presume that you share my exact point of view. But when I speak of contempt, as widely by kings against their subject, that is what I meant.
You could be a real buzzkill, you know that?
Oh, not at parties, they love me.
God, I love these two.
Ismay's interest mercifully runs dry, allowing us to return to the mere pressing matter of her trial. Behind Saray's image, the path leads us to the heart of the monument.
Oh?
This... Well, everything points to it being a coffin, but
it's the size of a bus, first of all.
Benefiting a king, I'd assume.
Yeah, second of all, didn't you say he had the sovereignty?
I said he might have it. And there's a chance this place predated his rise to godhood. Bear in mind, tombs like these were constructed in the prime of life, to the king's own specifications. Royals like the idea that this kind of meticulous preparation ensured their comfort and rest.
Easy ticket to heaven, but he didn't make it.
To heaven? Probably not. But rest awaits us all.
What's the difference?
I'd sooner ask you, Ismay. You almost went.
Almost. If there's an afterlife, I didn't get a sneak peek.
Ah, well, perhaps it's best left a mystery. The nature of the soul, of life after death, even the greatest minds of Axon barely understood these things. But on the far continent... Shut up! I'm gonna cut you off there. Shut up. No, if you didn't catch that, readers, just shut up. We're not reading that.
I don't need the history lesson. Just tell me the ghost isn't about to pop out of the coffin.
Who can say?
Don't give me that!
Amazingly, her voice was grown tense. I nearly gave in to the temptation to comment before thinking better of it.
They have sibling energy. I can definitely see that. Sibling energy, I think, is a very good way to describe this.
Really, Ismay, I have no idea. But if His Majesty were lingering here, I'm sure he'd have made himself known by now. Why don't we try... You heard that too, right? Not just me. That came from somewhere, right? Okay, you're not afraid of ghosts, right, Ismay? I mean, you were one for a while, so...
What was that?
There was a snap through the air, as if a seal had been broken, and the coffin's lid slowly propels itself open.
Oh yeah, we're haunted. Oh my god. Gator friend. Oh, that was the last thing I expected. Wow! Wow! That was the last thing I expected!
Oh my.
What the hell?
Oh, she's awake. Oh, she's beautiful. Namie. Namie? Is that you?
It talks!
No, you aren't her. Where is Namie? Please excuse us. We didn't mean to disturb you.
It's staring. What do you say? Did you piss it off? Look! She's smiling! She's smiling! She's smiling at us! Look at that big happy expression! Oh my god, we're getting an alligator friend. We're getting an alligator friend. Guys, we have a gator friend! We have a gator friend! She's so beautiful. I've always wanted a gator friend. You know, as a fellow carnivore myself, I've always wanted a gator friend. What the hell did you say?
Hello. You must have traveled very far. I can speak your language too, if that's easier.
Okay, that implies to me that beforehand, what it was saying was just like... That green text, that's what I can assume it was saying beforehand. Oh my god, I love her. I love her. I love her. This is the best thing this game could have done for me. Oh my god.
My accent's that lousy, huh? Oh. Oh! No! Please forgive me.
I missed what you said there. Hold on. What was that? Glossary. Where's the... history.
Please forgive me, I didn't mean... No, I was only joking. Here, we'll start over. My name is Loic. Loic, my lord. I'm honored to meet you. Aren't you going to introduce yourself, Exalted?
Fuck no! Ismay, be nice to our new gator friend. Gives Angie some beef jerky, thank you.
Fuck no, my lady.
No. Ismay, do not teach our new friend here bad language.
Allow me. This is Ismay.
Don't just give it my name. Please, my lady, great ones, I welcome you both. My name is Tutu.
I love this thing. I love this thing. Oh my god! Oh my god, I love it. I love this. Tutu. That's a very charming name.
Thank you, someone.
Tutu?
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone important gave it to me.
Ah, you were calling for Naomi earlier.
Yes, yes! Naomi is my friend. She left me in this place. It was dangerous, so I couldn't stay with her, but she told me she could come back for me someday. But I wonder how much time has passed.
Tutu, this may be hard to hear. Please bear with me. I believe you've been asleep for several 100 years now.
Oh, but Naomi did tell me that it might take a very long time. And if I'm awake after so long, that means she's here. She came back for me.
But I don't see her. Oh no, wait, that's not Ismay. Sorry.
But I don't see her.
Hey, this is like a prank, right? I'd be astonished. What I can gather from the flowers in her coffin makes it clear Tutu's friend must have spared no effort to protect her for a very long time. No wonder treasure hunting died if this kind of shit were to find.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Don't mind us. I'm afraid we don't know where your friend might be, Tutu. But maybe we can help you find... Not a chance. Absolutely no stupid errands. We're not doing side quests. I'm drawing the line on side quests. Okay, we have one goal. Sovereignty. No side quests. We can't rule out the possibility that is connected to your trial.
Will you really help me find my friend?
We can certainly try.
You're so kind. Thank you, my lady, my lord.
Oh, please. Yes! Formalities. I don't need to be on a first-name basis with a lizard.
Thank you, my lady in Loic.
Maybe your friend's gone ahead of us. At this, I point out the stone door on the far wall. It seems to open vertically, and it's clearly every bit as heavy as it looks. I wonder, do you know of any mechanisms for opening that door?
Door.
Yes or no?
I'm sorry. I barely know anything. But I don't think that door is supposed to open.
So we're definitely about to open it. So we are. Would you be kind enough to part with the sword of Urkest you're holding, Tutu?
Is that what this is? I don't know where it came from.
I suspect it was left here with you for a reason. You're aware of its meaning?
Oh, you're like a sage, like Naomi. You know the great mystery.
I study it, yes, though I'm hardly a sage. We'll see what I can wring out. May I? Tutu hands over the flowers with excitement. Much like her, they seem to have emerged from a slumber as remarkably full of life as some creature centuries ago. The very idea of a sword of Urkest, at least to my eyes. I've never held one, but I know other children of its wild ancestor, facets of that primal cleaving, revealed by the modern gladiolus in its many varieties. I dwell in its shape, tracing along its stem a winding fissure. The memory of Earth split apart springs immediately to mind, yet its form brings to waver. Each branching crack becomes a delicate spiral, an arch inscribed with prayer, a figure swathed in marble, a condescending smile. All of these etched upon a pillar great enough to blot out the sun. What can I do with this? Whose works may compromise to yours, not mine. I have no mind for sculpture, yet you give me a chisel. So be it. See what I create. Oh, did we break the door? So we did. Oh! My lord, you're amazing! You're really amazing! Thank you, but I'm sure your friend would put me to shame. All right, shall we? I don't remember everything from before I went to sleep, but I know it's dangerous down there. We're prepared for a little danger, Tutu. Wouldn't you rather wait here for us? No, I'll be brave. That's the spirit. Let's go. Alright, at this point, I'm going to remind everyone to drink some water. I'm going to take a little bit of a water break for a second, because I've been reading for a little bit. We're going to go the distance. We're going to read the entire thing, but remember to stay hydrated. Alright. We're Ismay now, so shall we continue? To be honest, I was kind of expecting him to just open the door. He breezes past the shattered wall, smiling at Tutu, then at me. A polite little after you flourish for us both. But for 1 second, I saw a feeling on his face I could actually put a name to. Past the wreckage, a rough staircase leads down into darkness. This has to be it, the site of whatever trial the voices planned. I have to believe that, or I'm going to go insane watching this gigantic baby lizard tiptoe down one step at a time, coached along by her new mommy. In places where the walls aren't broken up by tree roots, there are paintings, little figures in various poses, dancing past Tutu as she stumbles her way down. Loic glances at one before he speaks. Forgive me for this, Tutu, but I have to say, I've never met anyone quite like you before. It's okay. I know animals don't talk. It's wrong. I wouldn't say wrong. What? Unusual, certainly, but wrong. Humans are great beings. Their language is powerful. I don't think I was meant to have it. Sometimes I can feel it. It's wrong. Oh, but really, we weren't meant to have language either. Theum broke divine law by granting it to us humans, or so the story goes. I can't imagine it's any more wrong for you than it is for us. Now that you mention it, I think Nami said something like that. Then Nami had the right outlook. I think it's a wonderful thing. Come on, it's a little freaky. I wouldn't. It's freaky, admit it. It's freaky, as are many wonderful things in this world. Loic's too good for this world. Loic's too nice. There's no way he's gonna say anything mean, like, about Tutu. But we've strayed from what I wanted to ask. If you don't mind, Tutu, how did you learn to speak? I didn't learn. It was a gift from the Great King. Truly, and how did he grant such a gift?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I'm only surprised. What an incredible feat for a mortal king. Wouldn't you agree, Ismay?
Yeah, incredible. The guy had the sovereignty and he blew it on making an animal talk. Was he 5?
Tutu. She stopped a few steps behind, staring up at a wall. The dancing figures gather around, one much larger. Actually, looking at it now, I realize this ringleader is the only human.
Hang on. These are all animals. There are more of you? I think so. I'm sorry. I wish I could remember everything.
Maybe I can help. The mural reminds me of a story I heard.
Really?
Oh God. We don't have time for this.
Ismay, I think— No! I'm putting my foot down! No more stories!
My apologies, Tutu. It sounds like I've exceeded my story allowance for today. No! 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 Not the crying face! Ismay! Look at her! She's sad! She's sad, Ismay, please! Oh my God, no. I don't want to see that face.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it with this game. Oh, I love Ismay. I love her expressions.
2 minutes, that's it.
More than enough. I'll tell the abridged version.
Yay!
There was once a priest who sat in the gardens and sang praises to Fayum. His voice was so beautiful that it would draw the animals near in wonder.
Seriously?
A chimera heard the priest's song from within its cave. Filled with spite, it thought to silence him forever. One day, a strange song drifted from the cave and captivated the priest's heart. He wandered helplessly into the chimera's den, where he was slain. The animals who so loved the priest gathered where the body lay and began to sing in his memory. The heartfelt song revived their fallen friend, who sang together with them for years to come. The end. Was that so terrible?
No, I laughed, I cried. Still not convinced there was anything to do with my trial.
Oh, I don't know. Consider that you yourself were raised from death by an earnest plea, Exalted.
You didn't sing.
My mistake. Clearly no connection whatsoever. Truth is weathered down by the ages into stories like this, Ismay. Eventually, even the truth of our journey together. A priest, a chimera, history might remember you and I very differently.
History will remember what I want it to remember. And my first act as a sovereign will be wiping your cute little singing animal story from the books.
Noted. And what did you think of it, Tutu? The story was for you, after all. But Tutu didn't look right. No. Tutu. She clutches her head, panicking, then focuses on me. Despite everything, I was starting to accept her as intelligent. But that thing glaring at me now is pure animal. I jump back before her jaws snap shut. She snags my sleeve with her teeth, tearing into the fabric before
staring... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try that again. I jump back before her jaw snaps shut. She snags my sleeve with her teeth, tearing until the fabric starts to give. Shit! What's your problem?
Tutu.
Loic flinches at her bared teeth, then steadies his voice.
Tutu, easy. It's us. We're not going to hurt you. It's wrong. All wrong.
She pushes out each word before growls. Loic puts a hand on her arm.
Listen to me, Tutu.
Again, that softness in the air.
Stay with us. Stay with us. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay, Tutu. Everything's all right.
Speak for yourself. Are you going to explain what the hell that was about? Outfit change! We have an outfit change. I gotta rate all these outfits, Ismay. I like this one more. The colorful clown leotard, I love this. This one's great. Why didn't we have this one before? This looks like a Vegas outfit. I love this one. This one is my favorite. It's my favorite. I love this outfit. What the heck? Ismay has a great fit. That's fantastic. Are you going to explain what the hell that was about? Hello?
Hello. I'm sorry, but I don't think we've met.
It's Ismay.
Huh?
You ruined my outfit. Of course I had to change.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to me. I heard his voice and I felt so wrong.
Whose voice?
He came from far away, from a place where people sing, and he would sing in the gardens like your story. We sang for him to make him happy. But then something terrible came. I'm scared.
You're safe with us, Tutu. I promise you that. You'll be brave, won't you?
I will.
Oh. Oh, no. No, that's too cute. What the heck? That's adorable.
I'm going to throw up if these two keep doing whatever they're doing.
The real heart of this place is just ahead. I can almost taste it. We come to a room on the way. Nothing but another door leading further down. A glorified staircase landing. So we press on. As we approach the depths, something sparkles on the tree roots lining the walls.
How lovely. I wonder what these are.
So, there are flowers you don't know?
The vast majority, I'd wager. Countless species have simply been lost to time. These would appear to be some sort of orchid, but beyond that...
These are...
Remember something, Tutu.
Yes, these flowers underground are important. Naomi said they were important.
That's promising. Did she mention her name by any chance?
Not that I remember. I wish I could be more help. I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry.
He plucks the nearest flower he can reach.
Let's just say these monument orchids for now.
And they have no meaning, something juicy. And they have to mean something juicy, right?
And juicy, I'm not sure about. Well, guessing won't help us at any rate. Meditation reveals meaning, but without some sort of starting point, that could take weeks, months.
Months?
Pessimistically, I'm hoping we might We have a bit more to go on. Tutu, do you remember anything else about these flowers? Even the smallest detail Naomi might have told you?
They would make his voice.
Tutu?
No, please, stop.
Oh no, not again. The darkness beneath the roots move. It starts to churn, dripping upwards through the air in its long trails. I look closely and see something tangled up in it. Animals. Fur, wings, scales, shuddering together. A giant herd, eyes all opening at once, all shining on us. The shadows carries them up in its tendrils, big, exotic beasts, birds, whatever else. It gathers them together, twisting their limp bodies into limbs of its own. Then a voice rings clear as day in my mind. Loic shares a look with me. He hears it too. Exalted seeker of the sovereignty. A second trial is upon you.
Uh-oh.
No.
It jolts awkwardly, slamming one limb against the ceiling, then the walls. Somewhere above, I hear a sound like a landslide, then animals' screeching bodies broken by the impact. The thing pauses for a moment, and the shadow knitting it together churns again. Thin lines begin to ripple out over its limbs. In an instant, its wounds are cleared away, leaving nothing, not even a speck of blood. Tutu's already scrambling back up the steps, screaming her head off. We follow behind into the antechamber. But the way beyond that is... blocked off? What the hell?
No.
Tutu crumbles to the floor, grasping at her head.
Wrong. It's wrong.
Now? Really? Tutu, it's all right. I can still hear the stampede thrashing downstairs, only a matter of time before it catches up. Out of habit, I put my hand on the wall. What am I expecting? Stupid. I only have time to glance. It's not going to match perfectly, but a wall is a wall. I picture what I want, eyeing the right spot on the floor, and pull the trigger. And now, a false slab of wall conceals the corner where Tutu is melting down. As claws scratch up the stairs, I duck into hiding. Tutu howls on while Loic runs his hand along the ridges behind her eyes. Wrong. Tutu, hush now. Be at ease. You're precisely where you belong. And then it arrives. It shambles past us, loose bodies weaving in and out of the herd, all huffing and braying. The fake wall fools it, but it doesn't leave. Maybe it can smell us. So it stalks our vicinity for a too long minute, then finally turns to try the other end of the room. Well, it's not quite the chimera I imagined from the story. Look, he's petting it. That's so cute. Did I join on a different stream on accident? Unless you meant to join on my stream opposite Angie, I'm right here. This is me. And I'm guessing my trial is to kill it, but it healed itself. Let's not jump straight to violence, Ismay. We might only need to pacify it again. Okay, Mr. Pacifier, you're up. Well, the lavender wouldn't take. I know too little about what we're dealing with. I remember you streaming a game with two people, one Angie goofing off.
Nah, I think you're messing something up. This is actually a, it's kind of a mix of genres. We have some horror, we have adventure, we have some not adventure, we have a lot of things kind of here. You'll see. You'll see. How the heck did autocorrect turn God into Angie? Well, you heard it here yourself, guys. Autocorrect says I'm God. Let's go. The new ones, then. The orchids. What about those?
Right. My instinct says they must have been used to hold the chimera down there in the first place.
So use them to put it back.
With no idea of their meaning, I can't use them for anything.
Plan A, then.
Wait.
Suddenly, the chimera turns its withering heads back towards our hiding spot and starts stalking back across the room.
Please, I need a diversion. The conditions are less than ideal, but if you can buy me a few minutes undisturbed, I may be able to turn up a meaning.
Fine. Don't say your God never did you any favors.
Thank you. With the flower in one hand, he closes his eyes and seems to leave us.
Tutu curled up by him like a dog, making pathetic faces at his petting hands as his petting hand stops. I can hear the chimera sniffing around just outside our hiding spot.
Oh, what are you going to do, my lady?
Shut up. I love that image. Oh, I want to make that my profile picture now. I want to make that image of Tutu my profile picture. Oh, it's so good. So good.
Oh.
It's a ball! It's a ball! Are we gonna play fetch? Are we gonna play fetch with the chimera?
Oh, how did you do that?
Shut up, I said. I lob the ball out from behind our hidden corner. It jingles as it bounces along. Oh, she made the perfect toy. This is the perfect chimera toy.
Oh no! You've dropped your beautiful ball, my lady!
Huh?
There. I've caught it.
Oh no. Tutu, no! Tutu, no! No, that wasn't for you. Tutu, please.
Okay, I'm going to bring it back now. Just wait, dear, until right there, my lady.
Never mind, I want that as my profile picture. Ismay's face. Ismay's glorious face. Oh my god. I'm actually crying right now. That's so good. That's so good. What the heck?
Look now, my beloved, from beyond symbol, beyond the veil. Lay open your heart beneath my lips, and I shall tell you what I know. The poet's writings usually serve me as a bridge. By her words, I walk across the mire until I am left to wade in. This bridge is much shorter, yet I preferred it, freed from the constraints of ceremony, of reverent study. I can simply get to the point. They would make his voice. Then, as if summoned, the same voice rose to torment her. Wrong, again and again, but those were not her words. I reflect on the flower's form, seeking sense within it. In the array of its petals, in its barest weight on my palm, in its sigh, bright and fragrant, devoured by the earth, in the decaying roots adorned with ribbons of lace. beyond all these, I hear the sound of rain. It fills the air like voices shouting to be heard, joined one moment in alluring harmony, the next only noise. As I sit and listen, a stray drop singes my hand, raw, bracing pain. It sparks in me a kind of ravenous panic. I imagine myself running out to burn alive in the storm. But I have crossed the threshold. My refuge is endless as the sea. Now I see where the rivulets run, where violet waves crash and fall silent. Silent! Exhausted with relief, I grasp at my throat for a cry which never comes. Silence! Silence! Hey! Hey! Hey, hi. Did you find out what your flower means yet? Silence. What? Go fuck yourself. Thankfully for all present, this is not a command. No. The flower's meaning. Silence, Ismay. Oh. At least, that's my first thought, but... Where's Tutu?
Oh, she got eaten.
She what?
Ismay. What are you saying with that pleasant smile on your face, with that nice little pose and everything? Ismay?
Oh, what?
I distracted the thing. I did that. You have to thank me for that.
After offering my sincerest gratitude, I look out from the hiding place. As I feared, the chimera's form has changed. Now Tutu's face emerged from the tangle of shadows, her body limp and jaws wide. But the swarm does not move. Glassy eyes gaze in every direction. Shadow ripples out again, smoothing over its form as if adjusted to the new addition.
Well, now's your chance. If you were planning on stopping this thing...
I'll need more of the flowers.
What? Why? What? No. Oh my god, I don't care. Just go. I'll even buy you more time.
The light of creation gathers at her fingertips. I realize that it's the clearest view I've had of Ismay artisanry, yet it remains as perplexing now as before. Without the slightest indication of effort, she summons to her hand a slender blade, wrought purely from the canvas of her imagination.
Hello? What are you staring for? Move.
Take care, then. Precious few flowers remain intact after the chimera's rampage. To compensate for my shallow meditation, I'll need every single one of them. Tearing down the vines and staring into the sun is not my favored approach, but if it works, I'll gladly pay the price later. Much like a dream, the finer points of my vision have already slipped away from me. I grasp for the only fragment I could put to words. Silence. But as I steer my mind towards the intention, the meaning escapes me. Each word of invocation falls leaden from my lips.
Bro died. Yeah, Tutu!
None of it revolves into anything. Silence in... But no, not that. Before I can consider returning to meditation, a familiar clamor arrives. Ismay tumbles into the room, blood-stained and wild-eyed, her constraint sword broken at the hilt. Next, the chimera. It throws itself on her, talons pinning her to the ground, Tutu's jaws open mindlessly over her leg. Struggling, Ismay tosses away her useless sword and conjures a different weapon. 3 shots. The chimera reels. Almost instantly, that strange shadow issues forth, stretching out in tendrils to lap at wounded flesh. Ismay turns to me in angry panic.
You better tell me your thing's working, because this isn't.
No, I've tried every angle, but it doesn't fit.
What? What? What?
The meaning, silence, to quell it. It did seem too simple. I'm missing something. I need more time.
Well, you don't have it.
The chimera is mended. It strikes at Ismay with precision, snapping her up before either of us can react. She is immortal, of course. The sovereignty's voice has exalted her, rendering her impoverished to harm. This I believe. My belief doesn't stop the chimera from biting down, grinding its teeth, spilling blood. No scream rings out. Satisfied in its triumph, the beast flings her with all of its strength. I cannot bring myself to watch further, and flinch from the sickening crack against the wall. Myriad eyes swim around the room before falling on me. I hold the lone orchid with trembling hands, its silence the furthest thing from my mind.
Well, that wasn't very nice.
And she stands, her body whole, unadorned, unblemished, save the gleaming scar. She stands atop a mound of rubble, as though nothing has happened at all. Of course, I had noticed in the morning after her exalted revelry, but seeing her again like this, the resemblance strikes me anew.
Now look, and I liked that outfit too, you bitch.
The chimera thrashes in rage, a chorus of shrieking cries. A shiver runs through its collective form, shifting into something new. At last, it speaks. Profound by the sovereignty. The words are not Exendi, not Mosaean, not any language we have heard. Somehow, their meaning transcends ignorance.
Another of its kind, pretending at godhood. This abomination was the least of his whims, and see what it became.
So, you finally decided to speak up. Who are you?
The name is long forgotten. I am a fool who has once defied the will of order. Chasing freedom, I fled to the land with the paradise, who did not know. For love of the late queen who harbored me, I served her witness son, the throne-bound god. I had deserted my chorus, yet song lingered in me. And so I sang in the garden of the Meandri, soothed each day by the company of his beasts. But the great king saw what little joy I took in my ritual, so he knew no restraint. With barely a thought, he willed the voices upon the captive beasts as a gift. As fame gave unto us, he sneered, blasphemy upon blasphemy. They summoned me, singing in horrendous tones, gazing with enlightened eyes in my honor. I cannot bear it. Shame and honor sickened me to death. Yet my suffering did not end. The beast gathered at my side, raising their mournful voices together, until desecration itself answered the call.
What?
Yes, exalted, I share your title, but do not mistaken me for your type. The sovereignty is the affront of the law I once defied, and now my soul is forever tainted by its mark. O divinities, I repent. Yet you have abandoned us as we rightly deserve. Did the fall of Axon not suffice? What you only return to the world purged fully of sin? Then left this vile power to be used. Let these witnesses bear forth my wrath, your wrath. Death to the sons of Ziray and Palestium alike. Death to all who defy your will.
The beast he wears cries out, shaking the earth.
Are you done? I get it. The voice sent me here to listen to your little story. Teach me its dangers of the sovereignty. Power corrupts, something like that. Well, sorry about your king. Promise I'll be even worse.
Fool!
Hush, Exalted. That's enough.
What?
Now I know your name. Now I see the shape of your pain, the endless cycle of misery.
No. Quiet. I will not hear it.
How you long for peace.
Witchcraft perversion. By the divinities, I rebuke it.
How deeply you ache.
Stop.
Lay down your fury for a moment. Be cradled in sunlight, in the wind's soft sway. Go in dreams to your paradise, to the embrace of your gods, and sing. The exalted Sig...
Okay. Hold on, that voice was hard to do. Let me heal for a second. I'm gonna drink some tea. Alright. Let's continue.
The exalted sinks into slumber, his faithful with him. His grip on Isme relaxes, and she wrenches herself free. I need a moment to calm down. By the time I really look at her again, I've already missed the restoration of her glamour. Then again, I doubt observing the process would make it any easier to fathom.
Not bad.
Not enough. He'll wake soon. Whatever power kept him dormant for this long is beyond mine. Even then, it wouldn't free his victims. These poor witnesses bound to a man who despises them. Their devotion empowers him, as mine to you. But by their numbers, he's practically a god already.
So get to the point. He's invincible?
Nearly. I wish this silence was just that, an undoing of the king's gift, a way for them to become as they were. But no, I have it now. As Fayum gave unto us, the maddening din, then silence. It means the refuge of rest, the end of life. If I read it to them now, while he's asleep. But let them find another way. Let me find another way, please.
Like what? Clock's ticking. You just said he's about to wake up.
I know, but I can't do this to Tutu.
Then it's a good thing you're not calling the shots. I'd rather wrap this up now than wait for her to start chewing on both of us. So enough stalling. Do it.
And there it is, the burning hand on my heart. Perhaps this once there is mercy in it. Forgive me for this. So much harm to be had at the hands of two men playing God, and now you must suffer at a third. Forgive me. Once, order was with us. It sustained us and guided us along. Then a great king summoned us, so we left the wild and gathered before his throne. He prepared a beautiful garden for our home, and the men on the court would come and see. They marveled and taunted us and touched us, knowing the king had bound our nature. Some were different. One man would simply sing, and his voice sounded sweet to our ears. We loved him. But the king tired of us, so he willed us to change. Our bodies straightened, allowing us to walk in step with him. Wisdom bloomed in us, and for the first time, we knew ourselves. At the king's command, we danced and sang in his court. He brought men from distant shores, filled our minds with their foreign words, and made them howl with laughter. But the man we loved never sang for us again. Profane creatures, demons. There is your maker, he who prevented your nature, he who severed you from perfect order. Shatter his throne, feast on his flesh, show him the horror of his sin. I speak of the shore where all is washed clean. I speak of the end to shame and sorrow. I speak to you, weary ones. Come to me, and I will lead you there. To silence, to rest, to a kinder being than this. I give you the sun's warmth. I give you the joyful breeze and the clear rivers teeming with fish. I give you the fullness of my heart. Take it with you and rest well. Wait. Whatever face the next world wears, let the beauty you know remain. Whatever sorrow it brings, let the joy you know remain. If all else fails you, let my love always remain. I would take you with me if I could promise to keep you safe. Where I'm going, I can't do that. I'm sorry. But I can promise one thing. However long it takes, we'll see each other again. I don't break my promises, Tutu. I won't start with you. Now good night, my friend. Be strong. No, wait, don't go. Don't leave me. The choking darkness starts to lift. The air smells like the sea. Freedom is there. Rest is there. The others have waited so long, tired of voices, tired of everything. They disappear into that light. But I can't go. I don't want to go. Vile thing. Darkness snaps shut on me. It's everywhere, echoing with his angry voice just like before. Only now, I'm the only one left to hear him. I have to escape. It takes all my strength just to crawl forth a bit, but I must. Another voice is calling me. Tutu! Can you hear me? I know it's wrong. I know I shouldn't be like this. I know language wasn't meant for me. But I have it now. So can't I keep it? I don't want to go, even if it makes everything better. I want to remember my friend. I can't die until I see her again. Demon. Aberration. Submit. Then see her. Live. If you're prepared for what that means.
I know he won't go away. But that's fine. I won't let him control me. I'll be brave. Kill. Tear him apart. I can't stop myself. I'm used up the last of my strength, and now my body moves on its own. But he doesn't back away.
That's the spirit. And stay with us, Tutu. Stay where you belong. And
even though he isn't her, and even though we just met, he reaches out to me like she did. The other voice keeps shouting, I want to strike, tear off his head. But he runs it softly along my face without fear like she did. When he speaks, his words embrace me like she did.
If order has no place for you, then stay here where you are loved. Everything is quiet. There you are. There's our friend. Do you think you'll be all right now?
I think so.
Good.
He slumps and falls down on top of me. Ah!
Oh, great.
No, my friend. I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
He'll be fine. He just needs a nap. Where's the concern for me? I got a little roughed up too, you know. It's me, you idiots. Get used to this.
Oh, I'm sorry, my lady. What a mess. I feel like I've caused you both nothing but trouble.
Aw, you have. Now, why don't you start making up for it? Well, I wasn't going to lug Loic upstairs by myself. Tutu Princess carries him the whole way. For all the blubbering, she's as strong as she looks. Princess Tutu reference. It wasn't, but it's Princess Carries, but my mind immediately was like Princess Tutu reference. It wasn't. No, not the hot dress. Hey, this one's nice too. I don't think I've disliked a single fit Ismay's had. If I'm being honest. All the outfits she's had, I've been like, yeah. That barrier in the antechamber is gone, so we head up to the entrance, past the king's statue. But the tunnel that brought us inside is caved in. Guess the chimera hit its head on the ceiling a little too hard. So we double back, taking a path around the back of the monument. There's a small courtyard overlooking the underground. A building across the river catches my eye, but Tutu's stamina runs out, and I'm not about to carry her. Camp it is. I make a light for the empty fire pit in the courtyard, and Tutu scrambles over. I has become Nugget? Yes, you have!
Oh, it's not warm at all.
You're a lizard. What do you need with warmth?
My lady, where did you and the Lord come from?
The only place there is to come from.
Where is that?
Oh God. Listen, I get that you've been sleeping under a rock for however long, but if you want an explanation of everything you missed, you're asking the wrong person. Until teacher wakes up, this is your one, okay?
Okay.
Basically, after you went to sleep, poison rained down from the sky, and everything died.
What?
The only safe shelter was a big tower called Mosaic. That's where we all ended up.
The Mosaic? Where is it?
Not far. Then again, you're always on its doorstep no matter where you go.
And what is it like there?
Oh, paradise.
Oh, how wonderful. I'd like to see it.
We need to teach you sarcasm. I take it you didn't know the builder in your time? As in, the one who built the mosaic? It's God. Everything there revolves around him and his vision. Anything he doesn't like, his fanatics beat into submission one way or another.
That sounds scary. But we're outside the mosaic now, aren't we? So isn't it safe for people to live? To leave?
And go where? The mosaic has everything. Power, water, convenience. And who's going to leave that behind for this? And once you get far enough out, there's nothing but wasteland. Monster country. Whatever world you came from, whatever you're expecting when you get out of this cave, it doesn't exist anymore. So get used to it already. So get used to it early. The last thing I need is another meltdown when you finally see it for yourself.
I don't know what to say.
Conversation over then. Good night.
When morning comes, it's still mostly dark. A little sunlight falls through the cave ceiling, but it isn't enough to warm my skin. My lady is in the same spot. She looks like she never went to bed. And my lord stays asleep even longer than me. My lady.
What?
Aren't you hungry? I don't want to say it, but I haven't eaten anything since before we met. Instead of answering, my lady tosses something at me. It's a thing of meat. Oh, thank you so much. When I try to take a bite, it shatters.
Did it hit the spot?
I know. There might be fish in the river. I'll catch some. Please wait here, my lady. I'll bring some food for you too.
Don't bother. Oh well.
I run down to the river as fast as I can. Just as I was hoping, it's full of fish. There's one splashing right near the shore, and I could probably just grab it. Or maybe I should try going out further into the water. What should Tutu do?
Oh my god. Wait, what? We have choice? Alright guys, chat, you guys get to decide this one. I will let you guys take that. I didn't know that this game actually had option choices. That's interesting. So, what are we choosing? Hold on, it's been a little bit since I read chat. Literally Ismay's only flaw is that she's mean to Tutu. Otherwise a perfect woman. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. 1000% agreed. Tutu should eat in microwave. I don't know about that. Try wading into the river? Sure. Tutu makes a terrible splash and scares the fish away. No!
Maybe that was the wrong approach.
Yeah, maybe I should try catching the fish. Tutu makes a terrible splash and scares away the fish.
I should try to be a bit less clumsy. And now that I think about it, I should be letting the fish come to me, right?
Alright. So, we're going to... Okay, let's wait for a fish to pass. Tutu makes a terrible splash and catch... Ah, come on! Try again. Nope, Tutu made that terrible splash and scared the fish away. Is that not what you expected?
still an alligator tutu? Does that twisted, lumbering body of yours recall how to swim? Does that sniveling voice draw in prey? Stop, my lord, my lady, like a fool, and still you grasp at what you were. Stop, please. And I think that about does it. Beautiful work.
Oh, we're back here.
In the mid-afternoon of a false winter, the mosaic sun had suddenly begun to dim. The messenger had closed early that day. After seeing us through to the quiet end of the grueling holiday season, Samson was out on a well-deserved vacation, leaving daily affairs to me and a few part-timers. Nino had joined us about a month prior, that is, a few years after our first encounter. What she lacked in experience, she more than made up for in eagerness to learn. Trying her hand at basic arrangement that day, she showed surprising talent. I'd even said to her, "It's almost a shame you're set on a different career."
Come on, me? I couldn't do this stuff.
Don't sell yourself short. You have a keen eye.
Thanks, but, I mean, I could never be a normal florist now, you know?
Oh, with more training, you'd be anything but. You should see some of the work that passes for normal in NC.
Not what I meant.
Part of the job is including me when I make jokes.
Indulging me, I can't speak.
Part of the joke is indulging me when I make jokes, Nino. If you refuse to do that, you leave me no choice but to send you home for the day. Take care.
Wait, you're gonna clean up alone?
Hardly anything left to clean, but I appreciate the thought. While I began sweeping the workroom floor, Nino took her vase of flowers in one arm and made to leave. She offered a well, followed it with nothing, and continued to linger by the door.
Hey, so boss.
No.
What? I didn't even ask!
And now I've spared you the trouble.
Well, why not?
For reasons I've already explained to you.
Okay, hear me out. You don't have to teach me everything, just the basics, and then I'll, figure out the rest.
With all the kindness in my heart, Nino, out of the question.
Come on. So maybe it's dangerous, but it can't be that dangerous. You're teaching Leah, aren't you?
Lilia is my daughter.
Sorry, that was dumb.
No. I set the sweeping fully aside and went to her. Please consider this. You've seen the amount of effort I invest in self-preservation here. Carving out this refuge from the builder's gaze has not been easy. For the time you have left with us, I can continue to protect you. But once you go on your next adventure, do you believe you'll figure out the rest without endangering yourself? She wore the intense expression with which I'd become all too familiar.
I'm not afraid of the builder.
I know, but that doesn't answer my question.
Man, I don't get you. Look, this'll sound rude, but I'm not just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. If I could do what you do, I'd take him out. I'd take him on. I'd change the world.
Not rude, Nino, only mistaken. Now please, go home, and let's put this topic beside us.
For now.
Have a good night.
Yeah. See ya, Mr. Ard.
She was still young, and her ambition was no lesser. And as I continued to clean up the shop, reflecting on that conversation, I caught a glimpse of myself in the glass. On days such as that one, just after the sun had gone out and the skylight began to fade, the greenhouse became ideal for meditation. I usually savored a moment or two with my thoughts before settling about the evening's chores in earnest. When Leia took an interest in magic, I happily offered up that time to her. That evening, once her typical after-school nerves had finally settled, Leah began to focus. She sat in deepening calm, tracing and retracing a path from memory to meaning. At least peering beyond the veil, she read.
I lost it.
That's all right. What's distracting you?
I don't know.
But make the effort. We want to examine our feelings as best as we can.
Well, I felt silly. I had the words, but they were corny.
Oh, Leah, this is the danger of being a writer. Don't worry about sounding impressive, or correct, or even coherent. Say what begs to be said in the moment. Whatever rises to your lips, as the spark within you comes alight, those words have power, but not without confidence.
Even, like, let her rip?
If that's truly what comes to mind. In fact, I think the poet might have beaten you to that one. She forced a laugh. Leah, honey, what else is on your mind?
I keep thinking, what if I'm not good at this?
Looks like we'll never know. You've shown that you can do it.
You say that.
I mean it. I wouldn't have agreed to teach you otherwise.
But still, whenever you do it, it sounds so much.
So much.
No, never mind.
Examining our feelings, remember.
I know! Maybe that's the problem. I don't really want to do that.
It's often the hardest part. Maybe... Leah, maybe it would help you to keep your motivation in mind.
Huh?
What drove you to apply yourself to this in the first place? Before we started, I asked you what you wanted to do with magic. Do you remember your answer?
Sure. Make people happy.
Help people, you said. She shifted in her seat. Don't be ashamed. All of us lose sight of our goals sometimes. This is a demanding art. You have the talent, but motivation is just as vital. I only want to make sure you're confident in yourself. She stared long at the topic of our lesson that day, the yellow rose in a dish of water in front of her.
So, what's your motivation?
To protect all that I love. To make them...
Dad?
Yes, sweetheart.
I asked what your motivation was. Is it a secret?
What?
Finally.
I wake in a cold, damp place. Ismay sits nearby, staring impatiently as I gather my senses. When we play Lobotomy Corporation... Hold on, reading chat. When we play Lobotomy Corporation, I want to try to get better ego gifts so I don't die. I'll work on it. We'll get there tomorrow. Lobotomy Corp is tomorrow. Home's FNAF music and ruins the vibe. Yeah, I suppose that would. Let's do this. Ismay, good morning.
Not exactly.
I see we're still underground.
The tunnel caved in. I've been waiting for you to get up so we can look for a way out.
How long have I been asleep?
Too long. These blackouts aren't going to become a reoccurring thing, are they?
Not if I can help it. That particular invocation was taxing, to say the least. But I won't bore you. How are you recovering?
Recovering from what?
I understand that the sovereignty has rendered you immortal, in a sense. But the Chimera tore you apart. I can't imagine that was easy on you.
I guess I'm made of stronger stuff than you then.
So long as you're well, nothing more needs to be said. Take care, Ismay. That's all I want.
Please. If you want me to take care, you can start by keeping yourself conscious for a full day. How does that sound?
Fair enough. Forgive me. Wait, where's Tutu?
She got hungry, ran off to catch fish a little while ago.
How long ago?
Wrong. It's wrong. It's unforgivable. I shouldn't be like this. I grab at my own face. I want to claw it off. Then do it. Atone. If you want so badly to quiet my voice, then rid the world of us both. No, I can't. Please. Namie.
Oh, Tutu, come here. Come to me. In my embrace. Be at peace. You are loved. You belong just as you are.
Namie.
No, Tutu. It's only me.
I'm sorry. I said I would be brave.
And you have. No need to apologize.
I remember something. Namie rescued some of us. The one she didn't rescue became the Chimera. They attack and hurt so many people until Namie locked them away underground. But people were still afraid, so they gathered the other animals she'd saved and killed them. Namie hid me and we escaped together. She kept me safe. Whenever I remembered the chanter's voice, she would talk to me and make it go away. Like you do. Your voice cared very much about... Your friend cared very much about you.
Nope, that's still not Tutu. I keep trying to think it's Tutu and it's not Tutu. Loic is speaking.
Your friend cared very much about you, Tutu. She sounds like a tremendous person. I can't presume to fill her shoes, but whenever that voice troubles you, please do come to me.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
None of that. Now, let's catch a fish.
Oh, it's so cute. Alright, I was drawing you drunk. What is your favorite alcohol? Oh, we're doing this. Alright, I mean, like, just type of alcohol or drink? Because I'm pretty basic and I love vodka cranberries or espresso martinis. But if we're just talking about, like, raw alcohol, I guess vodka. Because I tend to like vodka drinks the best.
He says something quiet at the edge of the river. He asks the water, and all it carries, to be still. The fish don't scare when he steps in. They don't struggle when he picks them up and tosses them to me on the shore. At camp, he takes out a notebook, and from that, a little red flower. He says a few more words onto it, not quite a prayer.
Your hand ignites the horizon, but go easy on us. A touch will do.
A great blaze of fire roars up to answer him. 1 second, I think it might leap out of the pit and burn him up, but it dies down quickly. It's warm and nice. Only after we've been watching the fish cook for a few minutes do I work up the courage to ask. How do you do it?
Oh, well, without a kitchen, that's not much more to them than leaving them over the fire. Are you sure you don't want yours to stay raw, Tutu?
I'm sure. But, I was asking about the mystery.
The what?
She means the magic, I presume. It's a classic term.
Of course it is.
Did your friend not teach you about flower reading, Tutu?
Maybe. I still don't really remember. I must have watched her use it, but I don't understand. Can you really make fire like that whenever you want?
With the aid of a Policia, yes. Although I'll admit, my supply of them is dwindling. I only have the one left.
The one you're wearing?
The one red, I meant. They take an awful lot of coaxing to ignite the gold.
And you wasted one to cook fish.
Oh, I wouldn't call it a waste when it's created this nice moment we're enjoying together.
Don't make me throw those fish back in the water.
What is a Policia?
Ah, right. You would have called them something else. Well, it's a flower which means fire. I'm sure you know already that every flower has a meaning.
Yes, but why?
That's an excellent question. Tutu, do you remember what I told you earlier? That language originally wasn't meant for us humans either.
Yes, and it was very nice of you to say, but...
It's the truth. In fact, it's the basic principle of the art. It's said that we were created in the image of the first gods, the divinities. In the beginning, we were mindless instruments by which the regulated creation. Magic dwindled within us, but it wasn't ours to use. One of the divinities, Fagem, took pity on us. They revealed to us the language of the gods, which sparked our great awakening. Empowered with free will, we began using magic to manifest our desires. This, needless to say, gave our creators a scare. The divinities saw that this change was irreversible, but it could at least be suppressed. And so, working quickly, they cast their language beneath a confounding veil.
Oh, so... I still don't understand.
That's just fine. Much as the theory doesn't exactly lend itself to explanation. The simplest answer to your question is this. Flower language only exists as a means to confuse us, a great mystery entirely by design. To look beyond the veil, as we put it, is to claw and scrape for something hidden from us, something divine.
So it really wasn't meant for you? The gods tried to take it away?
And here we are regardless. Call it the strength or arrogance of the human spirit.
Would you like me to teach you the basics?
Oh, no wait, that's not... Oh, nope, I thought it was Tutu talking. I was really confused for a second.
Would you like me to teach you the basics?
How am I drowning in this non-aquatic form? How aren't you drowning in this non-aquatic form? I mean, like, the barrier should be up, so you should be able to, like, not drown if you're this far underwater with me. You should be fine. Great taste, BTW. Thank you.
What? I couldn't. I'm not worthy.
If you were listening to my story, I just told you.
Usually on book club streams, people don't chat as much as they do listen to the stream. Sometimes, depending on the story, I'll have like a lot of chatters. But usually on stories like this, people tend to just want me more to read to them. That was the purpose of book club originally, was just voice acting, reading, and all of that. But you're welcome to chat as much as you want. That's not to stop you.
But I'm really not. It's not for me to understand, my lord.
Please, let's not start with that again. We're friends. Loic will do fine.
Loic.
And this is only a stray thought, but... From what you've told us, Naomi was a master. Perhaps learning about her art will rekindle more memories of her.
That would be nice.
Your fish are burning.
Oh, so they are. We'll continue this later, Tutu.
Angie ASMR. Yeah, sounds about right.
Lady Ismay eats one bite of her fish before throwing it away, so I end up getting two. Which is nice, but...
All right, enough. Let's move.
Already?
We've been in this cave a day too long already. If the voice won't bother to give me the next trial, we may as well work on finding a way out.
Your trial in Urkest is not ended, Exalted.
What the hell? Don't tell me all I had to do was call.
Light floods the cave. I wish it were the sun's, but it feels so cold and strange. The voice that speaks out is even stranger.
Greetings, Exalted and Witness.
No, go back to what you just said. My trial's not done. We handled the Chimera. That wasn't it.
Your witness has performed admirably in your name. His triumph is yours. However, you did not demonstrate your readiness to rule. You have neither passed nor failed the trial, as it was presented to you.
What? And who's deciding whether or not I'm fit to rule?
That is my role.
Oh. Well, you're such a good judge of character. You put the fucking builder in charge. So please, enlighten me. What am I missing? What did he have that I didn't?
A worthy sovereign has riled the world to their vision. They are adored more than any other. Their rule is inevitable. You have not yet risen to the builder's height. Though your witness is powerful and firmly devoted, he is only one soul. He alone will not see you to victory.
And I take it we're not counting the lizard?
I can't make out anyone in the light, but I feel eyes on me.
Man has judged you worthy of enlightenment, thus I address you again.
You mean me?
You stand as witness to the chanter, yet you now follow a new Exalted. Your existing pledge may be nullified only by your death. Do you understand this?
You're the one who brought him back to life. You told us to pray, but we didn't know what any of it meant. Who are you? What did you do?
I am the voice of the sovereignty. I guard the power to recreate this world. I seek a worthy sovereign whose vision may lead mankind to prosperity. This is my purpose.
Recreate the whole world?
I was beckoned from my realm by the chanter's great strength of will, and your great sorrow upon his death. By your devotion, he overcame the first trial. He undertook no others.
But that's... He didn't want it. We didn't want him to be a god. We just wanted him to live. And he hated us. He cursed us. He...
Stay with us, Tutu. Everything's all right. Failed at every turn.
Suddenly, the voice is less strange, less empty. It doesn't make any sense, but I almost feel like I've heard it somewhere else.
Very little is in my power to aid you. I cannot nullify your vow to him. But you have made no pledge to this woman. If you do not accept her vision, you need not remain by her side.
Honestly, good riddance. As far as a follower go, you've made more trouble than you're worth.
But Loic is with you. So, you must be a good person.
Tutu, listen to me. I know I want you to think very carefully about this decision.
But I don't need to. I want to stay with you, no matter what. And Lady Ismay is really nice, actually.
Well, let's not overdo it.
What do you know? Looks like I've got a growing fan club after all. I'd say I've demonstrated my readiness to rule, wouldn't you?
If you have truly won her devotion, Exalted, then keep it.
What?
You have offered her as proof of your worth. Now keep her at your side, or the path to your sovereignty will narrow.
Are you joking?
It is decreed. Seek the guidance of Fayum. Go in triumph, Exalted. Wait, please. One more thing. Speak freely, witness. Another person may have come before you, through the temple, as Ismay and I did, a young woman named Nino. I mentored her for a while. I expected her to be at the mosaic, but somehow... I'd just like to know if she's safe, please. Indeed, the person entered my realm. She did? Then she has died. No. Willing yet unworthy, without the faith of a witness, she approached the sovereignty. She initiated the first trial and failed. Her soul has departed. It is a great shame. By your leave, witness.
But he doesn't say anything. Only sits there with his head in his hand. Ismay has to break the silence.
Just go. Until next we meet, Exalted.
The light fades away. Loic.
Part of me has already feared the worst, but... What was she doing there? What could have happened? She was so young. She had... Oh.
He weeps. I don't know what to do. I want to cry too, but it doesn't feel right. I turn to Lady Ismay, panicking a little, but she's not looking our way at all.
So, about this next trial.
Loic lifts his head very slowly.
What? Think of the girl as another favor for when I'm sovereign. The sooner we get there, the better for everyone.
Do you feel nothing?
Yep.
I don't believe it, Ismay. Beneath all this posturing, I don't believe that you're truly so callous.
Surprise! You're in denial, and it's starting to get old. How's this for callous? Forget about her.
No! What have you done?
Oh, shit, that actually works?
Ismay, what have you taken from me?
Something that would have made you annoying. Now get rid of it.
My lady, that's too much.
Don't you start, or I'll make him forget you next. You need to get whatever idea you have about me out of your head. I'm not doing this out of the goodness of my heart. I'm not on some righteous mission to fix all the Builder's mistakes. I'm making the world what I want. I don't have time to sit and cry over this one.
Loic hasn't moved. He's still hunched over, clutching his head. Loic. But then he sits up right away, with a little breath, like I've woken him suddenly.
Oh, Tutu.
And he pats a hand on my arm to soothe me.
What's wrong? Are you all right?
I'm fine. But what about you? He looks surprised that I would ask.
Me? I've rested plenty. If you and Ismay are ready, then please don't hold up on my account.
He takes another breath, then stands up.
No, that building across the river is most likely a temple. If the voice wants us to seek Fayum's wisdom, I see no better place to start, shall we?
The tears on his face haven't even dried, but he smiles for me, the same as always. He smiles for Lady Ismay too, but she doesn't look at him again for a long time. Hey, how is what is it called? Messenger?
No good. I mean, the guy was nice. He gave me these for free. Here.
Oh, thanks.
But he wasn't the sage. Didn't know a thing about the temple.
What about the magic?
Just love letters. None of the big stuff I told you about. Man, back to square one. Fell? Hey! Are you crying? What's wrong? In that moment, it was so clear. And then I got too used to you.
My SB is gone. Not that it was mine anymore, anyway. The mosaic rises high above the cliffs. Wherever I am, it's not that far from home. But nothing's waiting for me here. Not the shield, who would arrest me. Not my family, who would kill me. Not you. I don't want to think what I'd do if the builders smiled at me now. Wild wind fills the canyon. Real wind. The kind that lives and breathes. But it doesn't pass through. It lingers, moving around me. I shut my eyes without thinking, and feel wrapped up in it. But if the wind could have saved me, it would have then. Why now? So I open my eyes and reach for my bag. After digging around inside for a few seconds, I pull out what I'm looking for, my standard issue construct printer, a chunky device just barely small enough to fit in one hand. I've only used this thing once or twice. Thank God I bothered to charge it before I left my station.
Oh no, I missed it. I'll have to backwatch. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you're here. I hope you had fun. I loved playing through this chapter. Yeah, it's a lot of fun so far. It's a lot of fun. Do you like a brand or just, no specific brand I like necessarily.
I've only used this thing once or twice. Thank God I bothered to charge it before I left my station. It has 3 designs stored: emergency weapon, uniform, and vehicle. I set it to the last and confirm. The little device whirls, then slowly churns out a slip of paper bearing the printed design, an air cycle rendered in impossible detail. Or not impossible. If I could tackle any part of the process by hand, it would be the drawing. I might even manage a decent replica, with reference, even if it wouldn't run. Anyway, the drawing is done, and now comes the really impossible part. My eyes glaze over, watching the device print 1,000 tiny symbols I'd need a magnifying glass to read. Dimensions, elemental composition, and processing, everything that will make the construct usable, solved with flawless precision. I actually had a good handle on artisan formulas in school, but this kind of complexity just isn't practical for anything but a machine. Teachers like to say it's how he keeps us from getting carried away. The device beeps a few times before I click it off. I tear away the finished printout and kneel to set it on the ground. From his bounty,
I'd be expected to say if anyone were watching. But it's not like the words that do it. The sign does, so I fold my hands into place, a triangle to center the printed slip in my vision in focus. Something ignites behind my eyes, flooding everything in white. And then I'm looking at a new cycle. It crackles a bit, like they usually do. I know a machine-printed construct isn't going to last, but I won't need it long.
Nice.
If that woman survived, I have to believe you did too. And even if she won't tell me, Mr. Ard must.
Oh no.
If he saved your life once, why can't he do it again?
Oh no, with what just happened? Oh no, not to be continued. No, wait, keep going. I don't want this to end. No! Oh, the opening changed. No, don't end there. No, I want more. How dare you end it there? Oh, that was so good. You'll have to find out in chapter 3. We will. Oh my god, I know exactly what I'm going to be playing as soon as it's out. That was really good. Oh, I enjoyed that a lot. I love the new characters. Fel is really interesting. I'm really interested to see where the story goes from there. Nino's story is heartbreaking. Oh my god. And Tutu. Precious Tutu. That story is also heartbreaking. I loved all of that. Also, Ismay's clothing choices, I would say 10 out of 10. Great job on that. Loved every single part of that. That second outfit, though, ma'am, I would like to talk about that second outfit because, oh my god, that was perfect. That was perfection. I'm in love with that. All right. No, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. Having a hard time drawing your head. It seems a lot of people do. My head seems to be the part that is the hardest to draw. Is it the horn or that I'm big head, or is it the crazy hair? The hair is kind of crazy and all over the place. I've gotten used to drawing me now, though. Alright, Tutu is everything to me. Everything. Truly. Tutu was amazing. It's the neck. Should have known. The thin neck and the gills. Very long. Just look at, hold on, I have a reference on, Twitter or my Tumblr page that you guys can, oh yeah, I got a Tumblr page. It's not, I don't think I have it hooked up to my YouTube account yet. But I do now have a Tumblr page. My screen name is Luminosaurus, if you guys want to look me up. I made it today. I'm just going to be posting my art on it. I'm just going to be posting my fan art and stuff on it. Yeah, if you guys draw me or anything, this includes Twitter. If you draw me on Twitter, Tumblr, or anything, if you could just tag me in some way, I will just repost it and stuff onto my accounts. I always want to see fan art. No matter what it is, I want to see it. I love looking at that stuff. All right. On that note, we are going to go ahead and end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I love doing these visual novel streams. I love reading a lot, and I love sharing good visual novels with you guys. And this, oh my god, is a great visual novel. I'm really looking forward to where this goes from here. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe if you're interested in this game. There is a link to it in the description, so you guys can buy it for yourselves. Please support the original creators, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you lots, and bye-bye!